Why don't we start there with the practice field, first day on it and in the rain? Probably something you couldn't have done in the past.
Uh, no, I mean, it's great just to go out in the rain, to be honest with you. I mean, it's awesome to be on a new practice field, but we need to go out and get some elements like we had today. Actually, it's a perfect day for practice. Overcast, on and off, light rain, nothing too bad. So got a lot of great work in and a lot of great situations, a lot of teachable moments for the kids.
What's the quarterback position looking like now?
The same as it's been since we started.
Any separation between?
No, right now they're all getting reps with the ones, just like when we started.
How many? 3, 4?
Really, it's three guys. That's all it's been.
Okay. How's Bolin looked, through 1 week?
No, he's looked good. I mean, he does some good things, like all of them. They do some good things. They have some days that are better than others. I like the way they're all working, but it's still too early. I mean, we've just finished 1 day or 1 week of camp, and we've only had one scrimmage opportunity. So there's not a whole lot to evaluate when you're going in shorts. But I like the way they're working. They're learning the offense and executing it better and better every day.
I know you do a little different stuff on Saturdays with the competition and whatnot. And you mentioned you had a scrimmage opportunity. What did you take out of Saturday's practice?
Not a much, to be honest with you. We got a little special teams work in. We did do some scrimmage. We didn't do a whole lot, but it was good to see some guys get in live situations, some guys tackle, some guys break tackles. Gus Edwards really stood out. He's a physical guy at running back and runs the ball hard. Really excited about what I've seen from him. Again, it's tough to measure a running back until you get in live situations, and his first live situation was down on the goal line and did a nice job.
Coach, what have you seen between Nakia Griffin-Stewart and Jerome Washington battling for that tight end spot?
It's three guys that are going to play at tight end. Really four when you count Travis Vokalak. I mean, it's a position by committee, so it's not one guy is going to start. I mean, based on personnel grouping, based on the situation, they all have different skill sets, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all starters based on the personnel grouping and the situation.
I think Miles Nash was at defensive end for 1 day last week, and he's back in tight end. Is that tight end probably more suited for him right now?
Yeah, that's where we think his future is best served, is to be a tight end. I think it's what's best for a football team. We looked at him defensively just for a day to see how he compare to some other guys, and it didn't take us long to say that his best position would be over on offense, so we moved him back over pretty quick.
How are the freshman receivers coming along? It seemed like some of those guys got more opportunities today than the beginning of camp.
Well, because they know more, but they're all getting reps. They're getting a lot of reps. That was a position of need, and we knew that a lot of young players were going to have to play. We lost a lot of players from last year's team at the wide receiver position. It's a work in progress, but I like the way they're working. I like the talent in the group, and they just got to continue to learn their plays and execute. But I think they're tough. I think they've got ability. I think they all care. I think they're extremely focused for a young group of players, and excited about them.
Is there any one or two that have come on faster than the others?
No, not really. They all, it's kind of like all new players. They have good days, they have bad days, and when you balance them out, they're all probably about the same. I think they're all, talented. Some of them may have slightly different skill sets or higher skill sets than some others. But like all of them, and right now it's way too early to make a decision or even have an indication on who might play and who might not.
How's Janarian looked in the first week?
He's been fine. We're limited him, obviously, for obvious reasons. He's a guy we can't afford to get hurt. But when he does go, he goes. And the thing I love about him, he missed all spring. He gets out there, we limit his reps, but when he goes, he knows everything he's doing. A guy just loves football. He has a great football IQ, knows how to line up, doesn't make any mistakes, and for a guy to do that with getting limited reps, that's pretty impressive.
No concern about him not being ready, though?
No.
Right guard, what do you see in that position battle weekend?
It's still battle. It's for all positions that you guys ask about. It's just way too early. Right now, we just finished practice 6 to make any really clear determination on where we're at with it. Marcus Applefield is back in the mix. Zach Vineski's been over there. Nick Crimmon has been over there. They've all gotten reps at that position. Marcus is obviously the most experienced guy. He's played the most snaps, but he missed all spring, so he's knocking off some rust. But they are battling it out, and there have been 3 guys that have been working there.
I'm not going to ask you about the battle between a kicker, but are you more confident in week in that the kicking games have been more improved between whoever wins it, whether it's Bonagor or whoever else?
Based on what I've seen in practice, I like where our kickers and punters are at right now. I've mentioned a lot about our special teams ineptness, last year. It's not just the kickers. A lot of it has to do with our coverage people. And we have to make sure that our kickers and our punters are obviously improved, but our coverage people have to be better. And we've got to get down the field, and we've got to get off blocks. We've got to eliminate space. We've got to make tackles, all the things. But that's what makes you a good kicking game or not. It's not just the kickers. But to go back and answer your question, I feel a lot better about our kicking situation right now with who's on campus and the competition that's been created.
Chris,
Two
how
more
did you
questions.
decide who would be on the 105? Because you had 4 kickers, and I think Haggerty, who most people saw perform well in the spring game, isn't on your training camp roster.
Well, we had nobody else. In spring, I mean, the transfers weren't here. Justin wasn't here. Bonagora was out. Those are the decisions that we made. And Gavin did a great job this spring, but it was really, he was the lone soldier, coming back. And I love him. He's going to be a really good kicker for us in the future. But a lot of it had to do with some experience that we're bringing into the program, and Bonagora coming back. And we can't bring in 7 kickers to camp. We got to limit who we bring in for the other spots.
How about Ryan Anderson? Is he really? Is he showing you anything in the freshman?
Yeah, it's just like I mentioned to Sarge, the kicking situation in general. That includes the punters. I feel a lot better about. Ryan's done a nice job. He's obviously got a very strong leg. He's a pretty consistent punter. I think that competition between him and Michael has been a good one so far, and they're making each other better. Excited about just the whole specialist group in general, about the improvements that we've made. Now we got to go out and do it in a game, but through the 6 practices, I really like where we're at.